Hey, this is Bill, and I just saw that there is a new wallet version out, and I know to some of you that uh, is a painful update, but the reality is that each time the wallet updates, remember, they're implementing code that uh, expands the capacity of Pro currency across mobile platforms, desktop, laptop platforms, and of course integrating into the e-marketplace and these things that we're looking forward to. So I'd really encourage you to change your perspective away from the inconvenience that it causes you and try to stay focused on the overall larger picture. And keep in mind too, if you produce this, and I'm not trying to step on toes, but if you produce this negative perspective and even put that in the internet or out there, then it's going to be a discouraging energy force that's going to make things harder, and instead of having the momentum to move forward in the project. So anyways, what I'm going to do here, we're supposed to upgrade now to REV-3. Okay, now as always, before we begin, you always want to back up your wallet just to make sure you have a backup file, and you do that by going to File, Backup Wallet. I always keep one of mine on the desktop, so I go to Wallet Backup. That's just what I name mine. I click Save, I replace it, and then I kid you not, this is very important. People seem to skip some of these things that I share, and then they get in trouble, and then they cry out for help, which is okay. But anyways, what we want to do, I kid you not, take a moment and do this step. I'm going into my Gmail account, and what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to send an email to myself, and I'm going to put wallet backup. I like to just write file attached, and then what I do is I find that wallet file here on my desktop, or you can use this paper clip down here, and I'm going to go to the wallet backup. I'm going to make sure that that backup file attaches to my email, and then I click send. Now the benefit of that is that not only do I have the backup file on my computer, but if for some reason my computer crashed, I had either a hardware crash or the operating system went haywire, I have that file on Google's server. Chances are Google's server is a safe place to have your stuff. So now I have that wallet backup. What I like to do, I have my IPN folder here, and what I like to do is I like to just grab that and drag that into the IPN folder, and there. Now I know that I have the most recent backup file. You can see that I have a number of backup files, but now I know I have one from just now before I started to upgrade my wallet. First thing I want to do is I have my wallet open, and I want you to first to look at, okay, here's my wallet. I have 1351 REV-2. The new wallet is REV-3. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to close my wallet. If you saw, this icon had a yellow bar, and I also had it over here. It's no longer open there, and there's no yellow bar under here. Now maybe your icon doesn't stick in the bar here, so there would be no icon there at all. What we're going to do is going to open up a browser that we want to go to. I recommend this movie if you have it. Netflix. This is, I think, it was Banking on Bitcoin. Definitely a good movie to watch. And now let's go ahead to Pro Commerce to get the newest wallet version. So procommerce.io. Once you're here on their website, you can go up to Wallets and Apps. And I am using a Mac, yeah, I'm using a Mac and a Windows. I'm using a Windows machine here to do my mining, so I'm going to cover just the Windows download. So here we're going to download this Windows file, and we see it here downloading here, and once that's complete, I'll come back to you. Okay, so this has completed downloading, and just to be detailed, by default your computer probably puts that in a download folder. One thing you can do here is I like to click on this middle button, and it makes my window so I can move it around. That's why it's called Windows actually. And then what I do is I drag this over to my desktop. So I take this and I'm able to drag it right over like this. Okay, now before I do that, if you don't see this here, some browsers just show that it's downloading but it doesn't show up in the bottom. You can go here to open up File Explorer. You can also do that typically by right clicking on the Start button, and you can go to File Explorer. But we're in the File Explorer, and what we want to do is we want to find the downloads. So we go to Downloads, and then I'm looking for this pro currency file here, 1352 REV-3. Okay, so either way I do it, again, what I always do is I put the file on my desktop. So I can either drag it from here or I can drag it from there. Anyways, I'm going to go here, I'm going to put it on my desktop. There we have it. Okay, so I'm just going to minimize all that stuff. So here we have the downloaded wallet file, and you'll see there's a zipper on it. This file is called a zipped file, and what we need to do is extract those files out onto our desktop. The easiest way to do that is to right click and click Extract All. You see it gives you the path to choose, and you want to just make sure it's on your desktop here. And then this is just the folder, the name of the folder it's going to go in, so we click Extract. Okay, so this folder here just showed up, right? This folder right here, this folder is this folder extracted, and you can see the difference between the zip and this. This is extremely important. A lot of people will double click this and then they'll try to run the wallet out of this. Can't do that. You have to extract it first, and then to make things clean so we don't get confused, we're actually just going to delete that. I'm going to drag it into the trash can. Okay, the other thing that you can do now that we have this, here's my old version, REV-2. I'm going to actually delete that so we don't get any confusion. Drag that up, throw it right in the trash. Okay. Now, also, this, if you have a icon like this one here, you need to remove that because that is pointing to the REV-2 version. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to click Unpin from Taskbar. Okay. So now what I've essentially done is I've removed all the former wallets, I've removed my shortcut to the wallet, and if you happen to have a icon on your desktop, then you'd want to delete that as well. So again, if you have an icon, the pro currency icon on your desktop, right click on it and click Move to Trash or Delete, whatever your menu says. Okay. So now we have REV-3, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click this folder, and here sometimes you'll see all the files now, or in my case I'm going to have to go into this folder as well. We're finding this pro currency QT file, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click it, and I'm going to do create, so actually I'm going to go right here, send to, and I'm going to use desktop. See how it just created that icon? Now what that icon does, that's the one that you deleted if you had one to an older wallet version. When that is double clicked, it's going to initiate this file. Do not drag this file out here like this, okay? That file must stay in this directory. But if you want to get that icon out here, again, right click, send to, and you do desktop, okay? Now, what we can also do is we can then also take this icon, we click and we drag it down here onto our toolbar and we drop it. So now we can click it here or here to initiate the wallet. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and close that, and what I'm going to do now is just click on the wallet. So this tells us that the firewall is blocking this program from accessing the internet, so we need to make sure that both of these check boxes are checked to allow access. So now we click allow access, and now we have our wallet running again. And now we can look down here in the lower left hand corner, 1.3.5.2 REV-3. And because we've been offline here for a little bit, we have the out of sync message, but that should disappear momentarily. I can look down here, the wallet is syncing. Okay, so I'm not concerned, that should be done promptly. And you're done. The out of sync message should go away like it just has on mine, and now you just let it sit and do its stake.